What's up, guys? I'm Kobe Smith.
And I'm Margaret Grew.
And this is Footprints on the Moon podcast.
Yes, the origins of something great.
Yeah, something great indeed. So tell us about yourself. I was going to ask how you get started, but tell us about yourself.
So, like I said, I'm Margaret. I live in Virginia. I grew up in Virginia. I went to college in Florida for about a year and a half, and then I dropped out and moved back home, and then I moved to Hollywood for...
Hollywood?
Hollywood, I wish. Oh my gosh. Would have never came back. But yeah, hated Hollywood, moved home, and then I decided to start real estate. So now I'm a Virginia realtor. And yeah.
How long have you been in real estate?
I've been in real estate for probably 7 months now.
Mm-hmm. How do you like it?
I love it. I actually love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely a process, and no part of real estate is linear, but like, it's taught me a lot of life lessons, specifically patience and consistency. So, but I've been loving it. What about you, Cobes?
What about me?
Tell me.
Okay, Kobe, that's me. I'm a Maryland realtor. Like her, we met through real estate. And I'm a realtor, entrepreneur, investor, jack of all trades, etc. I grew up in Maryland and Ohio. I've lived in New York, Florida, Virginia. No, not Virginia. New York, Florida, Nashville. And I was an ice hockey player. That's why I was traveling so much. But now I'm a realtor, living my best life.
Yeah. And so we actually both work under Coldwell Banker. Mm-hmm. And so that's how we met, is at the Middleburg Races.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is my office, not hers. If you like my office, go ahead and smash the like button.
Mine's better.
It's not.
Anyways.
It's not. You guys will see it. It's probably not. I haven't seen it yet. You'll see it.
Funny story though, first time I met Kobe, he won a bow tie award and had a fake bow tie on.
It was not a fake bow tie. Okay.
It was very fake.
Okay. Let me tell you the story. So, this is off the mindset topic. Actually, no, because you guys tried to destroy my mindset and bring me down, but I stayed up. I won the award.
Getting defensive though.
And my mom told me when I went home because I was like, well, they said this was fake. I swear, I bought this at the store lady the day before. I was like, they told me this was a real bow tie. Mind you, I used to wear bow ties in high school, like because I went to Calvert Hall, which is a preppy high school and all that stuff. But it was a real bow tie. It was very real. It wasn't a clip-on. It was a yeah, it was a real bow tie. Next episode, I'll bring it on if we have it live. I'll post it on Instagram.
It was fake.
But yeah, it was not fake. It just fell off because I was acting a fool. But yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. So, what's this podcast about?
So I've always wanted to do something along the lines of a mental health platform, but I never really knew what that exactly would look like. But I've always had like a podcast in the back of my mind. And so I just kind of had a epiphany this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, me and Kobe should do a podcast. Because he has some podcast experience, but he also has just like the kind of mindset and energy that I feel like I have and want. Like, we both want the best for ourselves and other people.
Thank you.
And Kobe's a very ambitious, driven guy, and yeah, I just had a very clear vision.
Hype me up. I love it. Thank you.
Okay, don't get too
you're
comfortable here.
Yourself.
Anyways,
you
but
just
yeah.
used epiphany in a sentence. I don't think I've ever used that in a sentence.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you will now.
That was pretty cool. I know.
Anyways, but yeah, so I just had a very clear vision, and Kobe immediately was like, yeah, let's do it.
So
then drove to Maryland. Now we're here.
It wasn't that far a drive, but yeah. What's it about?
So I wanted to be kind of targeted at people that want to better themselves or like have better lives in general, and help people grow financially, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And yeah, just help people grow into the best version of themselves, while we're also on this long journey of self-growth, so might as well try to help people as we help ourselves.
Exactly. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, make sure you tune in to this episode, the next episode, the episode after that, and maybe the episode before this. Just tune into all the episodes. Make sure you like it too and follow. Yeah. But let's get into the deets. Let's get into like the beef, the meat of this episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Not the meat. So yeah, the juicy meat today is going to be positivity and a growth mindset.
What does that mean?
The growth mindset?
Yeah, what does growth mindset mean?
So I would say a growth mindset is kind of knowing you can always improve and be better. And it's kind of not seeing failure as a way to describe yourself, but seeing it more as an opportunity for growth and to improve yourself and improve your skills over time. So I feel like a good example would be, maybe I don't think I can, like if someone thinks that they can't do something, then you're limiting yourself by saying that you can't do that thing. But if you can change your thoughts to, I can't do this thing yet, or I can do this, and just like repeat that and make actions towards that, then you eventually will become that, if that makes sense.
So so you're a new realtor, you tell everybody, instead of telling everybody you're a new realtor, instead of telling yourself in your mind that you're a new realtor, you just say, I'm a realtor, or I'm a successful realtor, or you just say what you want to be, and then eventually you'll get there.
Yeah, like believing in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that you can do anything. So there's a growth mindset and there's a fixed mindset. So an example for a fixed mindset would be, I am only good at certain things, whereas a growth mindset would be, I can be good at anything.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite examples, though, is a fixed mindset would be, I take feedback and criticism personally, but a growth mindset is, I welcome feedback and criticism and take it as a chance to be better. Because I feel like a lot of people just can't, and I used to be like that too, and I still kind of am, like certain criticisms that I get just kind of hurt me or offend me, especially if you already believe that about yourself, then it's gonna sting more. But if you can change your mindset from being like, feeling like victimized or feeling hurt that someone said this, and try to like learn from it and see how you can grow yourself from it, then you know, I'll just be better.
I saw this quote before the episode. I forget what it is, but it's something along the lines that failure is not failure, it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
So like if you think like your mind, you're like, oh, this isn't gonna work, or I can't do this. Failure isn't, like, if you do it and you fail, it's no big deal. You just learn from it. If you do it and you succeed, congratulations, you actually tried it and you succeeded.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I feel like people, like, your only limit is yourself and your beliefs. And so, like, even if you don't fully believe something, as long as you start, like, saying the thing that you want to become or what you do believe, if you start saying it, and over time, like, it will take a lot of time, but if you really believe you can get to that point, then you will get there, you know?
So how will this improve people's lives? How will this mindset improve people's lives?
So going from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset improves people's lives, and I feel like it improves like confidence, and not only confidence, but even just like feeling better about yourself just in general, like just believing in yourself and that you're capable of so much, and realizing that there's just limitless opportunity for you, and you really can do anything that you believe and put your mind to. Like, this might be stupid of me, but I'm definitely the kind of person, like, I believe like people can fly. Like, if you really like want to and like put your mind to it and just like, okay, not actually like fly, but like I believe that everything.
Don't go out there and try that off your roof.
I honestly believe that people kind of have superpowers, and like we really just like limit ourselves. Like, I genuinely believe
we
that.
might need to have an episode about that.
Yeah, no, maybe I'm not even gonna.
That would be so.
Anyways, I believe that we are limitless beings, and the only obstacle is yourself.
Ourselves. Exactly. Is our minds. Yeah. Okay, so how do you figure out whether you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? Because earlier you mentioned that you were like, oh, I just figured out we both have growth mindsets. Like, how do you know whether you have a fixed mindset or growth mindset? How can you develop a growth mindset? Like, if you have a fixed mindset and then you get the growth mindset, how do you go from one to the other?
Okay, so I'd say like the first start is kind of being aware that you're more in a fixed mindset. So like an example of a person in a fixed mindset would be, like I said earlier, like I'm only good at certain things and I'll never be good at this thing. Like seeing someone that can even like sing and being like, oh, I'll never be like that. I could never sing.
Me like that?
If you want to sing, you can sing.
Why are you looking at me? Look at the crowd. I can sing. No way.
You can't sing.
Exactly.
But you could. Growth mindset.
I can sing. Actually, I can sing. Trust me.
Maybe not well,
Hello
but
from
you can.
the other side. Okay, so you just need to transition your mind from thinking negatively. I actually looked this up. I'll be honest. I looked this up before we got on the podcast. And
That's
I have
good. You should
steps.
look things up.
Thank you. That was so supportive of you.
Anytime.
Thank you. But so they were saying that first you need to listen to like what your mindset is and what your current mindset is. So if your current mindset is it's encouraging, then it's a positive mindset, and that's like more growth, going towards growth. And if your mindset is discouraging, then it's a negative mindset. You gotta figure out what those two are, and then you go from there, and then you have to realize that you have a choice in what your mindset is.
Yeah.
From there. So it doesn't matter if your mind's saying don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, you're in charge. It's your choice on what you do. And then third, you respond to the negative mindset, if that's what you have, with a positive thought. So for example, what was your mindset as negative?
Real estate wise, like I said this earlier to Coby, like if we get a client and we feel super confident about it, we're really excited, and then something falls through and we lose the client, instead, and like your natural thought, especially if you're already in a negative mindset, like your natural thought might be, oh, this sucks, like damn it, like whatever. But if you can change that to, okay, I lost this client, but I got experience and I'm ready for the next client. Like, try to just change it from just, this sucks, to what did I get out of this? Because no matter what situation you are in, you can find a positive from it. Like, even if it's like the suckiest thing, and yeah, like
exactly.
you can change and find a positive out of like any thought in any situation.
And if you need help finding a positive out of it, let us know in the comment section, and we'll be happy to find the positive, the light in your darkness.
Yes. I like that.
Thank you. But the next step was to practice doing that, having that positive mindset over the negative mindset. Practice that. Get an accountability partner. I have Margot right here. She's able to help me, even though, yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
But then you have to find out. You have to stop seeking approval from others. That's one key thing that they were saying, because if you're always reaching for other people's approval, then you're never satisfying yourself. You're just satisfying everyone else. And then replace failure with learning. Like I mentioned earlier, you're always like, oh, I failed. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Instead, you learn from that. You've learned something. You learned this, and take the little wins instead of just focusing on the big failure or whatever.
Yeah. Definitely.
Exactly.
Like back to the client thing that I was saying. Like even like a little takeaway, because this did happen to me. Like I had a client, I was really excited about it, and then it fell through, and like I could have easily just been like, oh, everything sucks. Like, why is this happening to me? Like, one problem that a lot of people have they are just in a victim mindset. Like everything that happens to them, they're like, this is the worst thing ever. Like, why would this happen to me? My life sucks. But the thing is, everyone's life sucks in some sense, but it doesn't even necessarily suck. Your mindset sucks. And like, sorry, but straight up, like, that's how it is.
Everyone can think their life sucks, but everyone also can think their life is great.
Exactly. And when you focus more on all the good things in your life, then that's what your life is going to be. Like, if you're focused on all the negative, then you're just going to be stuck in this negative mindset, and you're just going to be aware of all the small negative things that are happening to you. But when you shift to a positive mindset, then you start noticing all the good things in your life, everything that you're grateful for. And one thing that I love is your brain can't be sad and grateful at the same time. So something that I do a lot is whenever I get really sad or I start feeling myself being in a really shitty mindset, like I start thinking about all the things I'm grateful for, whether that's my dad, my mom, my dog, my best friends, like my career, like everything that's happened. Like I try to focus only on the positives and all the things that I'm grateful for, and you can feel that shift, like start to shift in your body, because your mind just can't like be sad and grateful at the same time. Like it can only be one, and you have the choice.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. Okay. I'm gonna steal that from you. I'm gonna start using that. I'm like, yo, did you know you're pretty sad right now? Did you know if you were grateful instead, you wouldn't be sad?
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like a lot of people don't want to hear that, and like I get that. Like when I'm like in a bad mood, like I don't want someone coming up to me and being like, well, just focus on the good, like just see all the good. Like
and it's
natural to get annoyed.
It's probably hard to find it too, because you're so sad. You're like, oh, like I don't want to focus on the good right now.
Yeah, exactly. But when you do, like you really do feel a shift. And like Coby said earlier, like you have a choice. Like people think that they don't have a choice. Like they think that they're sad, their life sucks, they're depressed, and that's just what it is. But you have a choice to change it. Like it will take time and consistency and perseverance, but you can change your mindset 1,000%. Like it's all in your control.
So how can someone implement this into their lives? So like give like an example of like another example of somebody like random. It's like, oh, this person could think like this, and then instead of thinking like this, they think like this. They think like this, and this will, you know what I mean?
Okay, so
I can give an example, but yeah.
What example do you
Okay,
have?
so I have one that's okay. I have a buddy that's always like, I'm broke, I can't do anything because I'm broke and all that stuff. And instead of thinking like I'm broke, you think I'm rich. Even if you aren't rich, if you think like I'm rich and then you start thinking like a rich person, then you start doing actions like that person.
Yeah.
And then that's how you get out of being I'm broke.
Yeah.
And then you're more positive about yourself because you're like, you think you're rich. Like.
No, yeah, I love that. And the thing with that too is like everything is energy, and so your thoughts are energies going through your mind. And so if you're putting energy to a thought like, I can't do this, or what did you just say? I'm broke,
or I can't. Yeah.
So if you're putting energy to I'm broke or I'm not gonna have money, then that's probably what's gonna happen. But even if you are broke, if you just think I'm rich, I am so wealthy, then you, like Coby said, you start doing little actions, like even subconsciously, like you start doing little actions that are leading you to be rich, and you're focused more on the positives. You're focused more on what your goal is. And so as long as you just keep implementing that thought into your daily life, like writing it down over and over again, like you will start building a career towards that, or a life towards that.
So what are some ways that people can like start embedding this into their mind? You brought in writing, and you brought up writing this stuff down. I'd say also reading positive mindset books. We listen to a lot of podcasts. That's a good one.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. Okay. So writing is a big thing. Obviously, like I'm a firm believer that journaling and meditation and affirmations can change your life, because they definitely changed my life. But like goal wise, I say, so I write down my goals every morning and every night. And you don't have to just write like your goals. Like sometimes it depends on how I feel too. Like sometimes I'll write down like things I'm grateful for, but I think if we're like talking like money wise, like back to his example, like if you want to be rich, then write down every night, like I have $50,000 by this date, and write that every morning and every night. And like even if you don't feel like it, just do it, because like he said, by doing it, you'll start subconsciously making the actions that lead towards that goal. So I'm definitely big on writing down your goals.
The actions are also important too. Make that clear. Yeah.
No, yeah, the actions are definitely very important. You can't just write something down, or you can't just wish for a goal and just expect it to appear. Like I definitely went through a phase like that where I thought I could just wish on something and it would happen, but that's just not how life works. Yeah. Like you have a goal for yourself, but you have to work for it. Like anything good in life, you have to work for, and that's just how it is.
You think I'm gonna be a great realtor? Then after you think that and you get your mindset to the right spot, then you start having, then you have to market like a great realtor. then you have to go out and door knock like a great realtor. You have to do all the other things that a great realtor will do. But since your mindset's right, you already believe you're there, and you're actually willing to put yourself out there to do that stuff.
Yes. And so one thing along with that is fear. So I feel like something, like obviously you hold yourself back, but fear is like the big key factor to that. And the thing with me is that I'm a very fearful gal. Like I've been caught in a lot of just like fear, like even like with real estate, like door knocking. Like I was petrified to door knock, and I didn't do it for so long too because I was like, I'm just too scared. Like I just can't do it.
What did you do this week?
I door knocked, and it literally was so fun. And me and my colleague, like we walked away and we were like, why were we so scared? Yeah. No, I enjoyed it, but there was no one that was mean to me this time. Yeah. When someone's mean to me, like I'll probably just cry in the corner, but like. It's okay.
And then you'll get your mindset right and go back out
exactly.
there.
You won't give up. Exactly. You will keep knocking on those doors. Yeah. And so I think I don't remember who said this. I think it was Rob Dial, one of our favorite podcasters, kind of a inspiration for this actually. But he said anytime that you fear something, you should take that as an opportunity to grow. So anytime that you're scared of something, it's kind of your body subconsciously trying to like protect you or keep you in your comfort zone because it's your body knows that it's something that's scary. Like it's something that's not familiar to you. It's the unknown. So like you're scared, but that's the perfect opportunity to get better and grow in some aspect of your life. So if you're scared, it's really just an opportunity to grow, and your body's just subconsciously trying to protect you because it doesn't know what could happen, but like nothing, like from door knocking, like nothing terrible is actually going to happen to me. Like the worst is someone's going to shut a door in my face or be like, go away.
Exactly.
And is that the worst thing in the world?
That's
no.
Exactly.
If anything, that builds character. So
exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our first podcast. Like, do you have anything else?
No, that's about
all right.
That's all.
I hope you guys enjoyed our first podcast. We will be coming back out with another one next week, so make sure you tune in, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and I'll let you plug since it's our first one. You can plug your social media so they can follow you.
Plug my social media?
Yeah.
Do I say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we'll put it in the comment section as well.
Yeah.
We'll just put it in the comment section. Never mind.
You're not gonna know how to spell
right.
that.
But I do want to end with a quote. I did look up one quote.
Yes, we love the endings with quotes.
Okay, so nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. That's by Audrey Hepburn. Mic drop.
No,
it's a
that
great
is
quote.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful.
So I feel like that quote ties into the whole episode of getting that growth mindset and everything, because your mind your fixed mindset is telling you that it's impossible, that you can't do this. But that quote is telling you that impossible is literally saying, I'm possible. It's possible. You just gotta change your mindset and do it.
Yes, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of is the end of today's podcast, but we have some homework for you guys.
We need to think of a different word for that. Homework, like some life work. No. Some fun work.
Some fun work.
Mm-hmm. We had some fun work
That's
for you guys.
pretty bad too. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it is fun work if you change your mindset to think it is. Brr.
Exactly. So what's the plan?
Okay, so
Marching orders.
if you feel like you are more in a fixed mindset, I'd say for the next week, every time that you feel a thought coming along that doesn't align with a growth mindset. So, for example, if you really want to start going to the gym and you wake up tomorrow and your mind is like, I'm just not going to go to the gym, I just don't feel like it today, then first attack that thought with a positive one. Like, I don't feel like going to the gym today, but I am going to go because my body deserves that. And then you just have to push yourself, and you don't have to push yourself to the extent that you go to the gym, you run 10 miles, you just go so hard, you're sweating, you can barely walk afterwards. But even the fact that you walk into the gym, you
steps.
do a light jog, you just walk the stairs or shoot a basketball. Like, it's the fact that you attacked that negative thought with a positive one and you showed up. And that's what counts.
Yeah, exactly. So if you like this podcast, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you let us know if you have any other comments about the growth mindset, positive mindset, and any other topics you'd like us to talk about. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.